Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. This is Papa Sam Kinuthi. Leo, this is the top five East African artists, those that did the best in terms of great songs, top hits in 2022 2023. So my top five will just come from East Africa. East Africa contains Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda. But I understand imeongezewa a few other countries, but since most of them didn't make it to the list, because the list contains 5 of the best that had the 2022 year, having the biggest tracks, dope music, consistency of great songs. Yeah, so I only have a few from Kenya, a few from Tanzania, and one from Uganda. Well, let's just dive in. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Make sure a few of your friends get to watch this. And let's just dive in. My number one on the top 5, I want to say, is Marioo. Marioo killed the entire year. I mean, let's talk of the song like Mi Amor. I believe that song carried the entire half of the year, all through up to now. Talk of a song like Naogopa, and now Loyalty. I mean, this guy is killing it, man. This guy is killing it. Marioo did the best. I mean, he's really trying. Even after going through the album that he just released, the songs are dope. The songs are well written. I mean, he has a purpose in the music industry. The album is so dope. I love Lonely. Napenda what's this? Kuna song ingine pia amefanya na Jux hapo. Dope music. Like kijana anajituma sana. I love the way he's doing his art. And Marioo has a future in the music industry, especially in Tanzania. I think in the next few years he'll be among the biggest artists, because if you gauge him, because he does music that is both from Tanzania and South Africa. His amapiano songs are dope. Talk of song like is it Amina? Mama Amina, yeah, Amina is dope. Biatamu is dope. Like Lonely is also has the sound of amapiano. Like kijana ako sawa. And come to the bongo scene, bongo music, he's doing the most. The song like Naogopa, man, well written. Loyalty is just something else. I mean, Loyalty kwanza sahi iko day in day out, unaicheza tu, because it's dope. Now on my number 2, we come back to Kenya. My number 2 is none other than the OG himself, Khaligraph Jones, aka Baba Yao, Baba Days. You already know. And Khaligraph Jones has a wide way of presenting his music. He released an album, of course, and he featured Dax from USA. And the song was big. Hiroshima was big. Hiroshima was dope. Dax is one of the few artists that are really coming up, and in the USA, he's just killing it. So Dax was among the few that made it to the album that Khaligraph Jones released last year, that is 2022, and that was also dope. But some of the songs that are still hitting the waves, Mbona is just dope. Talk of Sifubwana featuring Nyashinsky, that was unexpected. That was a surprise. I don't know what to expect about the song, because I would want to see the video. I would want to see something big with it, because Sifubwana was, I don't know if it was a gospel song, inspirational song, I don't know. That song was just a surprise that came at the right time. That's what I would say. Nyashinsky was one of the artists that were being compared with the OG in terms of rap. So a collab with him shows like it's beyond them. They are doing it for their fans, and that was great. I would also want to see Nyashinsky featuring Khaligraph Jones. I would want to see that. Yeah. So also the song with Major. You see, the best thing about OG ni ati akiachilia mziki, it's contrary to what you expect. It's something different. No one would expect that Major angerap in English. No one. That was a surprise too. Like, Khaligraph does something out of the ordinary. What you expect of him, and I twist tu kidogo hivi, and he brings something dope. And that was amazing. That I think that's something that makes him come out as an outstanding artist in Kenya. Also, the way he sings, he will at times switch to accents and all that. Yani, he's just dope. That's why he's number 2 on the 2022 list of the artists in East Africa that did the best songs, the best hit songs. Right now, he's on the way to perform in Sydney. The guy is just blowing day in, day out. Number 3 is none other than Harmonize. Harmonize, ukiangalia, like, from the day he left Wasafi, he's always growing bigger, growing a bigger audience. He's just doing dope. A few months ago, he was in Kenya. No, actually, a month ago, he was in Kenya. He performed in, I would say, 2 concerts. And his fan base in Kenya is still dope. People love his songs, and he's still doing it big. When he was performing, I really wanted to see how he would perform at Soulfest, and his performance is just, the crowd interaction is just on another level. And some of the songs that got the attention was like Naogopa, a song like Ameloa. Kwanza Ameloa is just something else. You see, Harmonize has a flow. I remember one time I was watching an interview, Diamond Platnumz, who was his boss at Wasafi. He says Harmonize is one guy that will come up with a hit any minute. And that is just clear. Harmonize, you will always hear something from Harmonize. Something dope, something that is good. So 2022, he had a well choreographed year in terms of music release and performances. He did well. On my number 4, this is a lady from Uganda, Spice Diana. She really tries. You'll always hear something from her. Spice Diana, she tried her way in. I believe she did her best. I was watching her performance that happened early this year, and it really did well. I mean, Spice is active. She's active, I would say, and that should call most of the lady artists in East Africa to just go hard. Just go hard. This year I'm watching on Jovio. Jovio in Kenya will shock most of you. Of course, Zuchu can do better. I believe with the backup that she has in Wasafi, she can do better. Nandi, we can't even discuss. I'm watching them. I want to see how they'll perform this year. Nandi, Zuchu, and Jovio. Those three ladies I'm really watching on what they are, on what they can do this year. That's what I want to see. So number five, I believe these are the next big thing. The next big thing. That's what we are talking about. I'm talking of Wakadinali. They are already big, but they are still coming. They are still coming, and they are coming with a bang. Most especially with the album they released, Ndani ya Cockpit 3. Watch out on these guys. They are coming in hard, and their music is just telling them out, you know. Basing on the performance scene, like the entire year 2022, I believe they've performed in the biggest stages by default. You know, you dare do a concert without them, the audience will just ask for them. So it's just for you to pay them and they'll perform. They performed in the biggest stages this year, more like any other year. Basing on the entire 2022, they've performed in the biggest stages, and their catalog of music have led them to be able to perform in such big stages. I'm talking of like the Rema show, the Rema concerts. They performed there October 1st, which was big. They had their own stage, you know, with their own audience. And you guys should watch the video on my YouTube. Those guys have the biggest fans. If you want to see, like, they were performing on the same day with Nyashinsky. And I am telling you this, both Nyashinsky and Wakadinali had their own fans on the ground that either of them was performing, because they had different stages. Oktoberfest had different stages, and both of the stages were way apart from each other, you know, like meters, over a kilometer away from each other, but in the same venue, and they had their own fans. That was amazing. That was something to tell you about these guys. They are coming, and they are coming big. And the album Ndani ya Cockpit is one that you should listen and see where they are headed. You'll see. Also, I want to see how far they are willing to go with the art and all that, because I would want to see a collabo with Wakadinali and Brooklyn Boys. The Brooklyn Boys are coming. They are also coming. They are also doing a dope job. So those are the guys you should watch out. 2022, what do I expect from Marioo? Marioo, I think if he doesn't relax, he's going to just become the next big thing in Tanzania and the entire East Africa and part of South Africa. If he continues with the trend, he's going to be dope. Marioo is I mean, he's doing the most, Marioo. And of course, we expect a lot from the OG. We expect a lot from Harmonize, Spice, Wakadinari, of course. Yeah, and that's my top 5 East African artists that did the best in 2022. And we're hoping to see much from these artists. Most of the artists that I want to see this year doing the most, on the female side, I want to see a better list on this. Talking of the likes of Jovio, likes of I'm talking the bongo scene, like the artists that sing the Swahili songs, the Swahili romantic songs. I mean, the Swahili R&Bs. That's what I'm talking. I want to see Jovio. I want to see Nandi. I want to see more of Zuchu. I want to see more of that. Also, I am looking forward to see what Otile Brown has for us this year, because Otile Brown has started diverting his genre of music to Afrobeat. I'm watching him. I want to see how far he's going to get with that, because it's a challenge and he's challenging himself, and that's good. That's good for the industry. You need to be diverse, because the audience grows with time. So we are really looking up to that, because he's doing good. Otile Brown is doing good. Also, someone else I want to see what he can do is of course, I know this year Sauti Sol are releasing an album, so this year most of the artists should be one. Like 2021 was the year Sauti Sol sold out the album way too big up until now. So I believe if they release another album this year, because they always release around March, April. So if these guys release an album, it's going to be something else. So most of these artists need to look out on their strategy of releasing the music so that they can still remain relevant and all that. Anyway, guys, that's all for today. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like, share, subscribe, and let's meet on the next one. The next one is I have another top 5 of something that is very relevant with what I exactly do apart from podcast and all that. So watch out on the next episode. And guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and we are going to meet on the next one. Thank you, guys. Have a nice whatever night, day, ama nini, ama evening. Thank you, guys.